heading out. That's the boat that makes the run to Isle Royale. Heading under the bridge today. It was a beautiful day when we woke up, and it was eventually going to get up into the 90s. We took off in the boats, tied up on the Houghton side, went up to Swami House, little Finnish restaurant for breakfast, pasties, omelets, and then we boarded the boats and we headed towards Portage Lake. And we're going to spend the day sailing, hopefully, and exploring that area, and maybe go as close to Torch Lake as we dared. The channel gets narrow. And so we headed up the channel, and we're making great time. And you can see as we head down that it was a beautiful day. Kids were swimming here, and everybody was out. We passed Mount Ripley, which is actually the oldest downhill ski area in Michigan. And we went by that, had a good look at that, and continued our journey east down the Waterway Channel. And then you pass Michigan Tech. Michigan Tech is an old university founded 1885, used to be known as the Michigan School of Mining. And 1964, they changed to Michigan Tech, over 7,000 students, and Division I hockey, and so on. Here are some big houses they're building along the shore. And if you look up here, you can spot the U.S. Coast Guard building. And this is the Houghton branch of the Coast Guard, and it is a big, huge building, and you can see the boats lined up there, and we had a great day on the water. Rounding the corner here, and there you can see Portage Lake. So the Keweenaw Waterway enters Portage Lake, which is bigger than I thought. Just looking at the map, the chart, it's kind of bigger than I envisioned, and so then you cut through there to continue to the south entrance. We are in Portage Lake, and there is not a breath of wind. And we optimistically had taken our sail cover off and put the main halyard on because we thought we might be able to sail around a little bit in Portage Lake today for fun. And because we had a nice wind leaving Houghton, but not to be. Kelsey's on the bow, doing bow things. Taking selfies. She is a millennial. And Jennifer's down here checking mail because she's a boomer. So she's just checking email and making phone calls, connecting to the world. Meanwhile, I, the captain, shall drive this ship up towards Torch Lake. We're going to see how far up we can go. Just take it easy.
Well, it's like 87 degrees out here, and we are once again motoring because a theme of this trip has been no wind whatsoever. And we're checking out this little Torch Lake channel, which is notoriously shallow, so we're just being very careful that we don't get too shallow. My parents are doing most of the navigating, and I'm just enjoying myself.
Later that night, back at the boat, we decided to go on the hunt for ice cream and started walking into Hancock, when suddenly a storm appeared. Made for an interesting night. There's 30 knots of wind leaving Keweenaw. Or leaving Houghton. 30 knots. 28. Really windy out here today.
It's either 0 or 20 knots of wind, and there's no in between. And right now it's 20. So that's the update.
How does Jennifer handle 20 knots of wind? Just reads her book. Nothing phases her. How's it going?
We've got Kelsey at the helm.
Kelsey at the helm. On this day, we got up to sail down to the east entry, the lower entry, and it was a very windy day and a fun sail across Portage Lake. Kind of fun. We're sailing right by shore here as we enter the canal again, or the waterway again. Good view of these cabins. Kind of cool. It's really a cool barn. Obviously 3 stories there. Neat brickwork. Very interesting. This appears to be the farmhouse that goes with the barn. You can see the barn to the right. So this guy had quite a spread, and if you look over there under the tree, there's a sauna. Obviously, he's a Finnish farmer. An old shipwreck on that island. Must be an old fishing boat. All these people, no one said, hey, let's go get that off that island. Let's clean that up. It's crazy to me, these guys built right on this cliff. There's one little fall there, one little fall to the left, and the bigger one is up a little bit. We'll drive by that as well. But pretty cool. Well, there's the bigger waterfall. See the houses up there? It's kind of fun. The cliffs are so smooth. It's just an interesting cut. You would think over the years it would be eroded and rugged, and it's just perfectly smooth. We had fun motoring along the cliffs, taking pictures. It was pretty interesting. And then all of a sudden the wind jumped to about 20 knots. And so sails up, and we had a pretty sporty sail out and around Keweenaw Bay of Lake Superior before heading into the seawall for the night just outside the village of Portage Entry. We are tied up on a seawall just inside the south entrance of the waterway. And we're going to walk into the little marina if we can find the trail through the woods, just to see what's there. They have a travel lift and stuff, so there must be some things going on. So that's next. What did the fishermen have to say?
Good catch. Whitefish and lake trout.
Okay.
And these are tribal members.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so they're doing those capture nets.
Okay.
So that it's kind of nice because then everything is live.
Oh.
It's just not a gill netting and stuff.
Yeah. Very
Yep.
good.
Not much here. That's the word. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to notice the boat sticking out over the door. We had a nice walk into the village of Portage Entry. There isn't much there. There's a little marina with the travel lift, a couple boats there. I think it services more locals, and a lot of nice little houses, cabins, and back to the boat, dinner, and go to sleep. And we wake up the next day and head all the way past Houghton, and make our way to the upper entry for our sail back home. And fun day. crossing Portage Lake for the last time on this trip. Getting close to a turn in the channel that goes through Holt Hancock. And that's Scott and Heather behind us. Kind of an overcast day today. On summer solstice day, it's June 20th. Summer solstice, this is the longest day of the year. And that'll be to our advantage when we get up at 3 in the morning to sail home. There you go. The brown roof is the big Coast Guard facility. And you can see you make a left turn up here. Sharp jog to the left, and that takes you into Hancock. And if you look way, the tallest thing up on the hill, that's mine shaft number 2 of the big copper mine, the Quincy mine, that we toured. Kind of cool, you can see it so far away. This is the old smelting plant. Passed it a couple times and I still find it so interesting to look at. Well, here goes the bridge for us. Kind of fun watching it lift. It's called the Portage Lake Bridge. And yeah, so we're going to go underneath now and then head on to the north entrance. We're all through. There were 3 boats waiting to go through. Us, Summer Life, and Fika.
All Nordic names.
All Nordic names, yeah. So, Summer Leaf is actually Scott and Heather's boat. Fika, that boat's out of Bayfield too. We've seen it down there. And the bridge is coming down. There is a lot of traffic on that bridge. So when they close the bridge, the traffic really backs up all the way up the hills. So this is the only bridge over the waterway, and a lot of traffic. We're just right outside of Houghton, that white one there. Really cute on the water. Now the tree is blocking it out and you can't see it, but really a cute house. These little round saunas are all along here. So many of the houses have them. This is Finnish country. But the round ones are real popular. Over there is a sauna. You can see the wood. You can't from this angle, but there's wood piled out front. Little building, chimneys sticking up. So this is Finnish sauna country. And if we look way over there, I would bet that's a sauna as well, that little brown building. Can't tell for sure, but they're all along here. You'll see saunas along the water. I like that boathouse. Dormers above. Once tied up in Lily Pond, Kelsey got busy grilling up some steaks for everybody that were delicious. And then we went ashore and made a fire to celebrate summer solstice, the longest day of the year, first day of summer, and celebrated with a few sips of Norwegian akavit, which, ironically, they don't drink in Norway on summer solstice. We learned that when we were in Norway for summer solstice just a couple years ago. And then early to bed because we had an early wake up.
Do those manly things.
It is very.
You got a favorite dog?
Do I have a favorite dog?
Have you? That you've had?
Good girl.
One that a favorite dog?
Do I have a favorite dog?
Have you? That you've had?
Good girl.
One that a favorite dog?
Do I have a favorite dog?
Have you? That you've had?
Good girl.
One that
I have no idea about that strobe light. We'll have to find that when we can see.
Okay. Summer life. Moon behind her. 4 a.m. We are headed out the channel. There's the light to mark the entrance here to the north entry. Keweenaw Waterway. As we say goodbye, head out into the lake here. Those lights way out there, either it's a ship or something on Isle Royal, I can't tell. So Isle Royal is straight in front of us. So I don't know if that's a big ship lit up or what. Kind of cool. Kelsey's sitting here in the pitch dark.
Hello.
And full moon is setting. We'll report back when we can see more.
Coffee?
Sure. Thank you, hon.
You're welcome.
Here's Dad.
Okay, my first watch is over. I get to nap for an hour. Now we've got a nice little napping sleeping bag set up right here so that I don't have to sleep back right above the motor. Yeah, so I'll sleep for an hour and then I'll be back on. It's 4:45 a.m.-ish.
We are
Plug your ears because I'm going to sound the foghorn.
okay.
I read the directions carefully. Supposed to unscrew this so it comes out and then you push this up. To make the foghorn. Ready? Plug your ears. Don't worry, guys, we're safe.
All safe here. They'll hear us coming. Hey, Kels.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's great. I love it.
Are there any clothes left in your suitcase?
No.
Are
If
you?
I fall into the water right now, I would drown. I guarantee it. My clothes weigh 100 pounds.
So it's June 21st. What's the temperature out here on Lake Superior currently?
47 degrees.
It's really cold out here. It is gloves, hats, everything.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. And it's raining. Did we say that?
And it's raining.
On a day when it's 48 degrees out on the big lake, it's cold. And we've been going through a lot of coffee today, so another pot is on. It warms you right up.
Hello. Please ignore the sunburn on my nose. That's embarrassing. I have no makeup on because I woke up at 4 a.m. So here we are out on the lake. That's where we came from in Houghton. And here's where we're going. To the Apostle Islands, which are somewhere over there. As you can see, it's a pretty still day. Not a lot of wind. It is 7:45 and I'm tired. Okay, that's the report. Bye. Dad, what are you doing?
Putting on our Dodger, our cover.
Why?
Don't know.
It's clearly never going to rain, so why do we keep doing that, do you think?
Several last few days.
Yeah.
And we've put this on to stay dry, and it never rains.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't want it to rain, and it looks like it's going to rain, so we're going to put it on so it doesn't
So that
rain.
it doesn't rain. Yeah, honestly, solid idea. That's why you're the captain.
I don't think Lake Superior can get any calmer than this. We're 5 hours in, and we're obviously not sailing. Can't really tell where the water ends and the sky starts. There's a little bit of fog, low clouds, and then just the glass of the water. Makes it difficult to see what's going on. It's a little disorienting because you can't see anything anywhere. It just looks blue. Very pretty also. Probably about 50 degrees out, and easy crossing, but no sailing. Well, those are the Apostles. That's Outer Island, Michigan Island to the left. We made really good time coming home, much faster trip coming home. Motored the whole way, so we went in a really straight line. Heading up there, we had a little bit of sailing, which we weren't able to go in a straight line. So yeah, we had everything on this trip. It was cold, got down to 47 out here. Water temperature was 43. We had fog, we had rain. We saw 4 big ships, and yeah, so we are going to anchor at Stockton tonight at Presque, and then just head home tomorrow. Well, we made it, and tied up at the little breakwater marina at Presque Isle on Stockton Island, and 16 hours again both ways. Beautiful night, and then we'll do a short sail into Bayfield, and our trip will be over. So, but awfully pretty here tonight.
Hey, Dad, what do you think about this sail so far?
It's good. 20 knots of wind.
Wow.
6.7 knots right now.
How fast is the boat going?
7 knots.
Woo!
So we're making progress. It's wet though.
Yeah, definitely wet.
We're kind of downwind tacking.
We
Right
sure
on our
are.
back.
Well, hopefully we get home fast.
That's the way to do it. 7 knots.
At 7 knots, all right. Well, all right, see you later.
And just like that, we were back at Port Superior. We'd had a fabulous trip. We covered over 300 nautical miles, and we're safe, and nothing broke, and everything ran great on the boat. And just really like that Houghton Hancock, whole Keweenaw Peninsula, just a neat area. And what did I learn? Well, pack a second power cord when staying at the Houghton County Marina, and maybe an extra 100-foot coil of line helps tying up to the seawalls. But overall, what a trip. Thanks to Kelsey, thanks to Jennifer, and thanks to Scott and Heather, and of course Aspen, who provided much needed entertainment. The end.
If you want to go sailing and have so much fun, that's really great. Just be prepared for millions of flies all over everything. One landed on me while I'm filming this. Yay! Ugh, seriously.